Hello, real life trading friends and family. My name's Tracy, and I'm one of the mentors over at Real Life Trading. Now, if you have a mother, a sister, a niece, an aunt, or maybe you are a woman in the field of finance, then stick around because this video is for you. Now, before we get started, I just want to remind you, if you find value in what we do, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified of any future content we release. Now, International Women's Day is just around the corner. And here at Real Life Trading, we wanted to take some time to celebrate women in the field of finance. So what we did is we asked our female community 2 questions. The first question is, what would you tell your younger self as it relates to trading, money, and finance? And the second question is, how has the world of finance impacted or changed your life? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Now, if I can go back in time and appear before my younger self, I would say that money is just a tool. It's neither good nor evil, but just like any other tool, you have to know how it works and the better ways of using it. How much of it you will earn, what it can do, and what you can achieve with it will depend highly on the energy that you put in it and your knowledge. So apply yourself and seek financial literacy.
This video is really just about things I am telling my younger self about money, finance, and trading. I recommend that you go learn what the definitions of all those things are, listen to or read books, follow people that are doing really well happily, and follow your instinct. Your instinct is good.
What I would tell my younger self, and maybe the younger generation like my niece who's 12, I would say find out about the stock market. Check into the stock market. Look at the stock market. Find out everything you can know about the stock market, because it can change your life. It can make you financially free and able to do anything you want to do, all your dreams, all your passions.
That money is abundant and that loving money is great, for money is a great tool to have.
Learning the stock market is like learning a language, but instead of 26 letters and adjectives and verbs and nouns and all of that other stuff of putting together sentences, there's like 10 letters. And with real life trading, you can do this all because you're told specifically what to look for and how to manage your risk. Just keep studying. Don't give up. You can do this. You can do anything that you put your mind to.
If I could go back and talk to my younger self about money, I would tell myself just to relax. It's not that scary. It's serious, but that doesn't make it scary. And it's nothing that you can't learn.
I also recommend looking for a career that is recession-proof, if you can, or doing a career that you love while having technically a side hustle or using trading to get you through times that may be more difficult with your career that you've chosen.
What would I tell my younger self about money? I would just tell my younger self, don't worry about it. It will be there. It's always going to be there. We all somehow eke out a living when we were younger. It will just be there. Yes, you need to work hard and you need to pay your bills and you need to be a responsible adult. However, I would not worry about it as much as I did back in my younger years.
Forget about the handbags and the shoes and all that stuff. Save money and find a good mentor. You can always get the handbags and the fancy shoes or whatever you like later in life. But when you're young, invest in yourself. Invest by finding that person that's going to help you be the best version of you. Learn from their experiences, learn from their mistakes, and leverage your age with the experiences of somebody older than you or someone who's had more experiences than you have.
You really did think that your job was going to be recession proof, and then COVID comes around. It wasn't. All of a sudden, Moms had to stay at home to take care of their kids. You were put out of work because there was no childcare for your children anymore. And there are millions of women that were put in the same situation as me.
Work smarter and not harder. There are better ways to do the same thing.
My generation was taught that finances was a man's world. No, it's not. I would tell my younger self, get in. Don't worry that it's a man's world. I was very blessed in my younger years because my parents and grandparents taught me that I could do anything that I wanted to do. I would get into finance. I would have read a lot of newspapers back in the day and read a few books. Today, you can do a lot of research on the internet about finances, and I highly suggest it. Just start learning, and it's not too hard to learn either. You weren't born knowing your ABCs, and you weren't born knowing how to run your latest iPhone or your Android.
Women all around the world are in real life trading, and we're successful at it.
I wish I would have just gotten into a few stocks, and even if you can only afford a couple of stocks a week, I would buy it. Even if you could only afford a couple shares of a stock a week, I would have bought in. I wish I would have had a mentor. I wish I would have had somebody that could have helped me do that.
And follow your heart and your passions and surround yourself with those that help you grow. The people that are the dreamers, the people that are the doers.
Having a mentor has been one of the most valuable things I have learned in this life.
One of the things that I really love about the stock market is it's not biased. It doesn't care what your race is. It doesn't care what your language is. It doesn't care where you live. It doesn't care what your gender is. It doesn't care what your past or your future is. It doesn't care. It's unbiased. There's no ceiling. There's no cap on it. It doesn't tell you that you've had 40 hours a week, no overtime, and this is as far as it's going to go. There's an unlimited potential to what you can do. And that to me is so liberating and freeing.
My earliest memory is of my dad teaching me to save money and put it into a savings account and eventually invest it into a mutual fund. Along the way, I also learned that money can create conflict. Money is a source of power. If you have too much money, you're kind of considered greedy. And also, money has the ability to give you access to things that you want and desire. So there were a lot of conflicting messages, but I kind of just ignored those. But once I started to tiptoe into the world of finance and I learned about day trading, swing trading, and investing on my own, I had the opportunity and the invitation and the challenge to rework my beliefs. And what I found was that money is actually just a tool that helps me show up fully as a courageous leader and a force for good.
Being successful in the field has given me some independence. It has given me freedom to do the things that I've wanted to do with my friends and with my family.
I absolutely love my life since I'm trading. I'm much more self-confident. I have so much flexibility now. I can travel anywhere. I have fast internet, and I carried my 2 laptops with me for almost a year. When COVID happened, I had to leave my hometown and I had to leave my work, and I was not sure what I'm going to do when I discovered trading. I feel so good with my life right now, and everyone tells me I'm much happier than I used to be. I'm smiling much more, I'm less stressed.
It changed my narrative from how much money do I need to how much money do I want and how do I go about making that happen. And I get to choose how I make my money and what I do with it.
I just love the fact that I can trade from Florida or Italy or Spain and go to the beach in the morning and work in the afternoon, or be in Miami and not have to go to the office in the winter in New York City.
On top of it, the amount of time that I can free up to do other things and pursue other interests, it allows me to become a better person. I can be more balanced. I can pursue the goals, I can pursue the interests, the activities. It's just unlimited, and that's probably the biggest thing that has affected my life, is prior to the stock market feeling like I was held back, feeling like I was limited, feeling like I had to work within the constraints of a job or constraints of whatever it is that I was doing. And to have all of that shed from me and say, hey, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever, whenever, and however you want to do it.
Now, I also want to share that, yeah, growing up, I didn't see a lot of women in finance. And in fact, Warren Buffett shared that part of his success is that he was only competing with 50% of the population. And he is talking about us ladies. So before I go, I want to issue this challenge that you take a look and see how the world of finance can empower you to enrich lives.
I just love my life now much more. What a great decision it was.
It does take practice, it takes knowledge, it takes dedication and discipline, but boy, it's freeing and liberating.
I will never stop learning, and neither should you.
You are awesome.
You got this.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Because when you do, an entirely new universe will open up to you, and all your efforts will be all worth it.
Wow, there's some great words of wisdom and some inspiring stories. So wonderful to listen to. Thank you for everyone that shared. And if you're interested in learning more about what we do and interested in learning more about the stock market or the world of finance, please come on by to www.reallifetrading.com. We would love to connect with you.